Congratulations, of course. Congratulations, Kayce. Congratulations, Al. Kayce, I'm looking forward to getting to really know you more. I just want to thank you for all that you've already done for my brother and all that you're going to do for my brother, because there's nobody that I've loved as long and as hard as this guy. But tonight, we're going to party like it's 1999. Because you know where we were in 1999, don't you? Kayce and Alex and I and a few of the guys here were all in middle school at George Walton Academy. Wearing uniforms. Kind of like tonight. But you two didn't really know each other back then. I mean, Kayce was in my grade, you know. I remember going to Kayce's house for the pool parties, right? Yeah? And she was one of the more sought after girls, I can't lie, you know? So Al, you'd be the man right now. If we were in middle school, especially having a girl, you know, in the next class. But Al, you are the man, dude. Like, you're my man. I mean, I know you're Kayce's, you know, yeah. But you're my brother, dude. And Kayce, you really are a lucky woman to have my brother, because he's the biggest hearted, bubble-headed buddy I know. That was his nickname growing up, Bubblehead. And once his hair falls out, we'll see if that's true. But some of the guys here, you know, tonight, standing up there with me, were in my wedding. And Al and I basically shared friends since middle school. But it always wasn't like that, right? I mean, we used to fight quite a bit. Ninja Turtles and villains. WCW versus NWO wrestling, right? Tupac versus Biggie. I mean, but I think Dad finally got the boxing gloves out and just said, "Hey, go at it, man. Screw us in the yard." And Paz, one of the grooms, you know, you used to just stand there and watch us fight, right? I think maybe you got a few jabs in. We've been friends with that guy since diapers. I mean, we've got people here that go way back, you know. And not many people can say that they have friends that have been with them throughout their lives. And this guy can. Matt Sherling, he's been our friend for a long time too. And then there was Tyler Hubbard. If y'all don't know Florida Georgia line, you know Tyler Hubbard was our buddy. But he's missing tonight, right, Al? He had a concert somewhere over the rainbow, and I guess he kind of stood us up. But anyways, before Tyler Hubbard, it was Alex and Tito writing rap songs in the back of the bus. Girl on my neck, trying to grab my gold. What school we coming from? You know it's the old. Yeah, I mean, we had a rap group in middle school called GCP. GCP. Grass Cutting Pimps. That was 20 years ago, thank God. And I never thought I'd be married, living in Tucson with two sons. I got two sons. Here's my wife, Elise, my strong wife, getting stronger every day, showing your muscle, right? Might be bigger than mine soon, I don't know. Well, we've been married for a few years, I think. How many years, Sean? 3, 4? Okay. But almost every day I work as a hospice chaplain, and I visit people on their deathbed that have been married 60 years, 65. I've met a couple that was married 70 years, And we got a long way to go. Y'all got a long way to go. And when I find out they've been married so long, the question I often ask is, so what's your secret? Some say, my wife's my best friend. Some say, we've always put the other person first. Some say, you just stick with it. Others say, we find ways to enjoy life together. We really let each other be ourselves. Some say love, forgiveness, patience, but they all have a secret. And Jesus had secrets too. He explained his parables to his disciples in secret, so we're all left clueless, right? I do a little Bible study Monday nights, and Monday night we read the gospel that was for today, and it was about the seed and the sower. I'm sure you've read that. It says, this is how it is with the kingdom of God. It is as if a man were to scatter seed on the land, and would sleep and rise night and day, and through it all the seed would sprout and grow. He knows not how. Of its own accord, the land yields fruit, first the blade, then the ear, then the full grain in the ear. And when the grain is ripe, he wields the sickle at once, for the harvest has come. The kingdom of God is the seed in this marriage. None of us know what we're doing in marriage. I don't know how it works. To be honest, that's the first secret. Al's song said it just right. I got 2 left feet, and these heels weren't made for dancing. How are you going to figure this thing out together? To not know, when you don't have it all figured out, you won't have that much to argue about, right? Neither one's so focused on being right. But of course, it's awkward, at first. Like you said, the 2 left feet. You basically have to take time to train each other. A better word for it's encouragement. I think that was in your vows tonight. When you see something good and healthy in each other, praise the hell out of each other. You see something good in Alex, let him know. You see something that's healthy in Kayce, you say, Kayce, that's spot on. You keep that up. Day and night, rise and fall, the seed starts to sprout and grow. I think it's worth for all of us to go through the awkwardness, which can really be entertaining. But you have a life together. The other part of my job is, on the other end, being a grief counselor for people who lost their spouse after many years of marriage. Several of you, I imagine, have probably known some significant loss in your life. One lady asked a great question. How do you know how much to take on, and how do you know when to just let things be? One man shared, I do a lot of wondering. He says, sometimes I get a clear no, and I know this isn't going to work, so I do something else. Otherwise, I do a lot of wondering. Another woman shared about jumping into a relationship with another man after her husband died. She became aware of how she wanted to fill the space her deceased husband had left with her. And she made this confession to us and spoke of the difference now, meeting someone over a year later, and it didn't have the same anxiety, the same need to just fill the space. The space became filled. I thought about them, friends going through divorce, loss. They rediscover themselves in a new way. One friend is asking, what kind of music do I really like? How do I want to spend my life? What really matters to me? Instead of just filling the space. And raising kids is the same way. Y'all probably know better than I do. We can insist that our kids be this particular type of person, or we can wonder who they might be. Of course, kids need discipline and direction, but they also need a space to show us who they are. So, I invite us all to see our kids as Zen masters, or the second coming of Christ, or little Einsteins, or whoever it is that you would really admire, because you don't know who they are, and you don't know who they might become. And it's the same here with Alex and Kayce tonight. You don't know who you might become. The seed is planted today. Take care of it. Plant it well. Ask God to take care of it. Ask all of us to pray for it. Trust that your love holds the magic to expand and provide shade for your kids and for other people. So I hope a part of you has no clue who you are as a married couple. I hope you're open to wondering who you are independently and together. I loved seeing the sand pour tonight because that was a perfect demonstration. Persian mystic Khalil Gibran says, "You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. You shall be together even in the silent memory of God. But let there be spaces in your togetherness. Let the winds of the heavens dance between you." In other words, don't smother each other, right? Let each other breathe. Enjoy each other. So Kayce and Alex, and to all of us here tonight, take care of yourselves extremely well. Y'all have a lot of responsibilities. 4. I don't know how to do 4. But have fun together. Of course, we gotta watch our drinking. We can't let one thing, take over. Keep up the exercise or healthy habits. Ground yourself in a spiritual practice. Ask for help. There's no shame in asking for help. Take good care of each other. Be vulnerable, playful. Build your love and desire for each other every day to keep those date nights going. A couple years ago at Tito and Sasha's wedding, one of the other groomsmen here, and Sasha and Tito are about to have their next baby, but that night Al asked me, he said, if you could give Kayce a piece of advice for me, what would it be? I think I said something like, take a moment when you're struggling with Al. Honestly, wonder what it's like to be Al. To imagine life as Al, as best as you can. That night, Al left the table in tears, and I was right behind him. But tonight, I have to say the same thing, and for you, Al, to do the same damn thing for Kayce. And for all 4 of your kids. So Alex and Kayce.
Branding won't let you go.